Fragile male egos have claimed yet another young woman's life. This time it's at Bangaluru's Presidency University. This is where a 19-year-old student was stabbed to death by a man she had rejected. He himself is a student, but from another university. Video showed security guards, and those pictures are on your screens, helping this young injured girl and taking her to the ambulance. The attacker turned his knife on himself and attempted to die by suicide. He's currently admitted to a hospital in Bengaluru. Now, the accused is not a student of Presidency University, but had come inside the campus with the sole intention of harming this young girl. She was allegedly in love with another boy and had rejected the accused's advances. Now, this incident sums up everything wrong with our system and our society. A jilted lover thinks he has the right to harm or kill a woman for rejecting him. And the college, with its very poor security, gives him the exact opportunity to do so. If young women are not safe in their own campuses and classrooms, ladies and gentlemen, question is, where can they be safe? Let me go straight across to Neha Hebale, who is joining us from the Presidency University in Bangalore. Is the university saying anything in its defense? Neha, fact is, any college or any university has a security grid in place. If you don't have an I-card, you cannot enter. How did this man, boy/student, without an ID card, how did he manage to get in without an identity card and with a weapon in hand?
Well, Shreya, that happens to be the biggest mystery over here. And just to put this in perspective, of course, while I would be walking you through how this could have happened, I'd like to take this straight to the visuals over here. So this is the prestigious Presidency University in Bengaluru. We understand that, there are thousands of students that study in this given college. And most importantly, Shreya, you can see how the gates are currently shut. And at any given point in time, we spoke to the security guards over here as well. At any given point in time, there are at least 5 to 7 security guards who are manning each gate. Now, there are 4 gates to this college, each which is in line with the other, and there's no back entry as such as what the security tells us. So now this brings us to the question of whether this gate was unmanned when this boy walked in, or when this man over here, in question walked in with, or whether he wasn't unmanned and in that case he wasn't checked, and whether he wasn't frisked. Now, there are several questions, of course, being raised about the security of not just that boy, but in fact, beg your pardon, of not just that girl, but in fact even of the other students over there who were witness to this monstrosity and, who were witness to this horrific incident. Just to give you an idea, again, you can very clearly see how the gates have been very well manned over here. So where was the lapse is the question that's being raised. This boy, in fact, or this jilted lover over here, as the police has suggested as per their preliminary investigation, has entered the college with the knife in his bag. He's gone on to then stab this girl here, stab himself, and all of this in the presence of other students. Now, we understand that this happened in the basement of the college, but then that brings us to the question of the CCTV cameras or the security footage, or, possibly security not being present enough inside the campus. This is a massive campus. Just to give you context, there are more than 10,000 students that study in this premises, is what we've picked up. With all of that being said, we'll really have to, wait and see. We've tried reaching out to the authorities. Of course, we're not being allowed beyond this gate here. We've tried, in fact, speaking to other people as well, on the board of management of the college, but we haven't really gotten a response so far. But really quite unfortunate. A few students that we spoke to earlier from, from the neighboring colleges and others as well were shocked to hear that, an incident like this could have happened in a prestigious college like this one.
Is the police saying anything right now? The girl has died, unfortunately. She has been murdered, stabbed to her death. The boy, I believe, is in hospital fighting for his life. He turned the weapon on himself. Is the police saying anything as of now at all?
Well, Well, Shreya, just a little while earlier from this very, spot that we're reporting from, we did see an FSL van, in fact, forensic lab van being sent inside to actually carry out their further investigation. So talking of the investigation itself, the police at this point in time suggests that, this could have been a case of a jilted lover going ahead to, actually attack the victim over here in concern and then trying to claim his own life. But beyond that, what we know is that, of course, very unfortunate that the girl has died, the boy is battling for his life. We believe that the police, of course, would be furthering their investigation on two fronts. On one, the first being on what really happened and why this incident took place. And second, of course, against the college itself for the lapses in security. And they are also probably going to be booked against, sections over here for negligence is what we are picking up from the police.
Okay, we'll leave it there for the moment. Neha Habale, thank you very much for joining us. Let me go straight across to our guest, Dr. Harish Shetty, who's a psychiatrist who is joining us on the broadcast as well. Dr. Harish Shetty, I don't know what it will take for men, not just young men, but old men also to realize that this is not love. This man is being called a jilted lover. What explains this? What explains what happened? Can you help us understand that?
Yeah, this man is not in love. True love can never hate. What is very important for us to understand is that he wanted to possess this girl. He wanted to own this girl. He wanted to control this girl. And when he faced a rejection, he was angry. He was extremely livid. He held on to a lot of resentment, and it turned into hate. And that is one of the most important reasons, the most probable reasons for this act. The point is that across the country, there is anonymity. Across the country, there is a mental health mayhem happening all over. And the weaker sections, children, women, and elderly are targets of such individuals. Also, certain times, personality issues where you may have lack of understanding of the opposite person, selfishness, self-centeredness, and lack of guilt at any such action may also lead to such an event. Thirdly, very rarely distressed people are not able to handle their emotions, and they displace their anger, frustration of everybody and anything around them towards weak targets. But this is absolutely an unfortunate, sad, and an event that can anger Indians across. What is very important to understand is families should teach the boys how to behave, as the Prime Minister said in his first speech on August 15 after he became the Prime Minister. And that is something is lacking. Colleges and schools need to teach life skills very early in life. Respect for women, helping women to take care of themselves and helping women in distress. And we need to address mental health issues and also pick up high-risk kids for counseling and treatment. But this is something which I feel very sad about, both for the girl as well as for her parents.
Okay, we'll leave it there for the moment. I mean, absolutely, one feels terrible for the parents as well. There is, after all, a bond of trust between a school, a college, and parents when they are sending their kids there, that our kids will be safe here. And yet, this is what happens at Bangaluru's Presidency University. There is a security grid in place, but there is a young man who, without an identity card and with a weapon, manages to enter the college and stab this girl who he is supposedly in love with, and he then ends up stabbing himself as well. It's an unfortunate sequence of events. One's heart really goes out to the girl's family. Dr. Shetty, we leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much.